This video is going to get super demonetized.
Hi, my name is Drake, and I know a lot about comic books. But if I were to nail down my expertise, then it's the love lives of superheroes. I have made plenty of videos breaking down the relationship histories of various characters, with a future one planned for the Vision, because wow, that one is really interesting. And I've even compiled a comprehensive and ever-evolving chart that catalogs the various hookups of the Marvel Universe. So to say that I am a comic book sexpert is a bit of a truly depressing understatement. Well, Quinton Reviews wants to know if Vision has a dick, and I am probably the most qualified person on the internet to answer it. But before we jump too far into things, I need to give a quick shout out to a very appropriate sponsor for today's video, Manscaped. Manscaped has been a longtime sponsor of the channel, and that's because I love their products, and I use at least one of them every single day, like the Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof trimmer, or the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, or the Weed Whacker nose and hair trimmer. There's also the Shears 2.0 nail kit, and of course, who can forget, the Refined cologne. The girl I've been seeing has made a comment about how I'm the most hygienic dude that she's been with, and if I'm gonna be honest, I really don't do all that much outside of the ordinary. Disgusting guys have set the bar so low that even the slightest amount of effort looks incredible. Plus, I just feel super sexy when I know that I'm not a mess down there, which is a nice confidence boost. Do yourself a favor and get yourself the all-in-one performance package kit. It comes in this high-quality travel bag and also comes with an awesome pair of anti-chafing boxer briefs that I'm wearing right now that I'm not going to show you. You can check all of this out at manscaped.com, and if you use the code COMICD at checkout, you'll get yourself 20% off and free international shipping. So thank you so much, Manscaped, for helping me ensure that I'll at least be making some money off of this likely to be demonetized video. So now, let's get back to it. Now, of course, this is a comic book channel, so I'm going to be focusing on the comic version of the character. But I would be remiss to not point out that Paul Bettany, Vision's actor in the MCU, had mentioned in an interview that when the character first appeared in Age of Ultron, director Joss Whedon was adamant that he should be equipped, but he pulled back once he saw multiple artist renderings of what that scene would look like. If you're interested in seeing what that would look like for yourself, try DeviantArt. I'm sure you'll find something. Okay, so now on to the main focus of this video, the comics. So here's the thing. Vision has had multiple bodies over the years, so the answer to my initial question is a little bit tricky, but the easiest place to start is the beginning. As many of you already know, the Vision was created by the villainous robot Ultron. Unlike his creator, Vision is not a robot, he's a synthezoid. These are super advanced androids that are basically humans, but are just made out of artificial parts. They have synthetic versions of all human body parts and organs, including stuff like brains and blood. They can also produce fluids, as seen in this famous shot of Vision crying in his second ever appearance. So how did Ultron manage to create something so much more sophisticated and advanced than himself? Well, he kind of didn't. See, he actually modified a copy of the first ever synthezoid that was ever created, the original Human Torch from World War II. That's not to be confused with the one from the Fantastic Four, that's an easy mistake. Using my best judgment, I fully believe that both Vision and the OG Human Torch are packing, since synthezoids are supposed to replicate all of human functions. It's also worth noting that even though the Vision and Scarlet Witch did have twins, they weren't created biologically and were actually fragments of the devil himself, Mephisto. For more information, check out my dedicated video on the subject, because that was wild. Regardless, this wasn't Vision's only body, so we need to dig deeper to get to the bottom of this really weird rabbit hole that I dug for myself. Worried that he might try to take over the world, Vision was abducted by an organization that was backed by multiple world governments to be disassembled and studied. Thankfully though, the Avengers were able to rescue all the pieces and Hank Pym rebuilt him. But Vision wasn't quite right and took on this pure white form. If you'd like more information about that, I actually have a video breaking that down as well. Yeah, we're already at 2 plugs. This new incarnation of Vision was more robotic than ever before, and he didn't understand the concept of modesty. So when he was first activated, Vision was yelled at by the team's leader, US Agent, dedicated video, who demanded that he put on pants. So yeah, it really does appear that this version of the character is built like a Ken doll. That is, unless Vision's parts are tucked away inside of him, but I highly doubt that since, again, synthezoids are meant to replicate all of human functions, and in my own experience, my junk doesn't work like that. Eventually, Vision was kidnapped again. This time it was by the Gatherers, a group of survivors from various destroyed universes. One of their members was an alternate universe version of Vision known as Anti-Vision, who's sporting the classic yellow and green design. In order to infiltrate the Avengers, Vision and Anti-Vision swapped bodies. But after failing his mission, the leader of the Gatherers destroys Anti-Vision, which means that our boy is now stuck with this body. Okay, that's great and all, but this video is about the nether regions, so what's the situation like down there? Well, since this body belonged to an alternate universe doppelganger, then that would imply that it's built the exact same as Vision's original body, complete with everything intact, as I implied earlier. To back this up, there's this shot of naked Vision with his crotch obscured. As we saw with the white body, Marvel is fine with showing this area if there's nothing to hide. So yeah, this Vision is most likely anatomically correct. But we're still not done. So when the Scarlet Witch had a big meltdown after being corrupted by powerful magic, She-Hulk went on a rampage and tore Vision in half. This destroyed body was found by the time-traveling hero Iron Lad, who wore this super advanced armor that fused with the wreckage, and then it became its own entity, which we call Young Vision, because comics. Now, because this armor is just armor, I don't think it was designed with intimacy in mind, but that being said, this future tech can shapeshift, so literally growing a pair doesn't seem like it would be that much of a stretch. Young Vision was later killed by his previous owner/wearer kind of, Iron Lad, since he was jealous of his relationship with Stature, the superhuman daughter of Scott Lang. But looking to pad out the Avengers roster, Vision was rebuilt into his proper adult form by Tony Stark. At the time of this recording, this is the most recent version of Vision, and we haven't seen him without his clothes. So there's no definitive answer as to what Vision is currently working with. But considering that last time that he was rebuilt by a teammate, we know that he was smooth. So you could argue that he's the same this time around. But let's be real. This is Tony freaking Stark that we're talking about here. Anybody that doesn't think that he of all people wouldn't put in that extra little effort is just delusional. So as the internet's leading Marvel sexpert, it is my expert opinion that Vision has a dick. He definitely has a penis. Hey, if you like this video, then why not consider subscribing, or even watching another one? I've already plugged a bunch of previous videos, so there's a good chance that you might like one of those as well. So I would really appreciate the views, and I think that you would really like the content. So anyway, hopefully you learned at least a little something new, and hopefully I'll see you next time.